okay? And the phrase we use to describe these kind of actions is used to and would. Used to and would. So, yes. Let's go to the whiteboard very quick. And we will learn the following, okay? We will learn the following. The expressions with used to plus infinitive. And the expression of would plus infinitive. Two expressions here. Two expressions to describe habits. To describe habits and things that you did in the past many times, repeatedly. Here is the structure for these kind of phrases. First, we have the subject plus the phrase used to plus a verb in infinitive plus complement. Okay, subject plus used to plus complement. That's how it works. Example. Gabriel used to wake up early when he was a missionary. So that's basically the structure. And in Spanish, this is the meaning of used to and would. They mean the same. They mean the same. They mean the same, exactly. So, this is a verb that we use in Spanish, and we call it soler. And with this verb, I'm saying that in the past, I did an action many times, many times. It was a habit. When you do something many times, it's a habit, right? Let's see another example. Let's see. Kevin used to study English in Fumbal when he was single. So I'm saying that Kevin, in Spanish, solía. Are we understanding the purpose of used to? Is that clear? Okay, so maybe you are wondering, Teacher Alan, but why would? Why are you using would? Okay, let me explain you really quick.
Teacher, I can't hear.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Now, yes.
Okay, can I delete this? Thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Basically, let me explain you what is the difference. Used to plus infinitive you can use it with every scenario, with everything, okay? You can use it with everything. But with would, we have some rules. First, the time period has to be established. And it's formal and polite. Some examples. I would pray. I would pray all the time in the mission. I would pray all the time in the mission. I'm establishing the time period. What was the time period? All the time. I need to specify. And this is a very formal way to speak English. Mm. I would write in my personal journal every night. Every night. What is the time period here? Every night. Every night. So I need to establish that. With used to, it's not necessary. With used to, it's not necessary. Jerry.
Can you repeat again this last part, teacher? And so I have another question. Every night is separate, or when is separate and when is together? But words, please.
Okay, sorry guys, I was checking one announcement from the supervisor in Fumban, sorry. Okay, well, it's together, and basically, if you want to say each night, como cada noche, you will not use every. You will use each night. But every night, you write it together. If you write it separately, that's not completely incorrect too. It's not completely incorrect. There is no specific rule that will tell you to write it together or to write it separately. But if you want to separate saying cada noche instead of todas las noches, you need to change the word. And I was explaining this example with would. I will write in my personal journal every night. With used to, I don't need to specify that. I only say I used to write in my journal. I used to write in my journal. And that's okay. But with would, because it's formal and polite, we need to specify the period of time when I was a missionary, when I was single, when I traveled, when I was a child, etc. More questions? More questions? Samuel.
Thank you, teacher. In used to is to in present time, like Suelo?
No, it's only for past events. If you want to use it in present tense, you need to use an adverb.
Okay, thank you.
Use an adverb. For example, here, I usually watch TV at night. That's one of the translations. You can also translate it like this. That doesn't sound like
Okay, makes sense.
very
Yeah.
good, but that's the idea of suelo, hacer algo. I use usual.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. John Steven.
Okay, teacher. My question is how I can know if I am using used to and would. For example, I can say I would like.
That's other topic. That's other topic. El would like es me gustaría.
Yes.
Esto
Understand.
would con infinitive. No mezclen los temas. Sé que es la misma palabra, pero son diferentes temas, como China y Rusia. Cuidado ahí.
Yes. That I confused.
The key here is the infinitive.
Teacher, no se escucha lo que dice.
Sorry, I was saying that the verb in infinitive is the verb in the original form. The verb in infinitive is the key to know the difference. Okay? Is the key to know the difference. For example, el would is the same meaning with used to, sole. Why? I have the infinitive. It's not would like to. That's another different topic. No confundan el would like to plus infinitive. It would like plus infinitive with would plus infinitive. If you can see, the structure is different. Would like to. I would like to dance. Me gustaría bailar. That's a different structure. Would plus infinitive. When I was young, I would dance in every church party. Yo solía bailar en cada fiesta de la iglesia. I need to specify the period of time. And if I use would, remember that this expression is very polite. It's very polite and formal. Most of the time, the people use to plus infinitive to refer a past habit. But sometimes if you read books or if you read some speeches from any president of the United States, the government, something legal from a liar, probably you will find this expression, would plus infinitive. Pero, again, lo voy a decir en español, no es lo mismo que el would like to. ¿Quedó claro eso? Se parece porque los dos tienen el would, pero si ven la estructura es diferente y hasta en español es diferente. Me gustaría, verbo gustar. Cuidado ahí. Puede confundirlos. Eduardo.
Okay, teacher. So used to and would is we can use in the past, only past, right? And in the other example, I usually is in the right now.
Yes. I usually take a shower after workout.
It is the same, but the difference is the time, right?
Yes, the time is different. I can't use used to with present simple. I will use usually. I usually take a shower after workout. Yo usualmente tomo una ducha después del ejercicio. Y es lo mismo decir, solo que con otras palabras, yo suelo tomar una ducha después del ejercicio. Yes, I want to make emphasis on that. So to avoid you future suffering. To avoid you future suffering, I explained the difference. Let's do a little recap of this. Used to, use with both actions, verb, and stative verbs. Time period doesn't have to be established. More casual. Is more casual, used to is more casual, and is used in everyday speech. You will hear used to a lot, but would is used only with action verbs. The time period has to be established. Little formal and polite than used to. So, teacher, what are the action verbs and the stative verbs? Let me explain you. Let's go step by step. I cannot, this is another rule for would. I cannot say when I was single, I would be happy. No. That's not grammatically correct. The stative verbs are the verbs that describe or condition. Verbs that describe or condition. Example, the verb to be.
Express that, teacher?
The verb to be?
No, sorry. Happy is incorrect for that. For what?
For would. We cannot say, when I was single, I would be happy. That's not grammatically correct because it's an stative verb. The verb to be is an stative verb.
Okay. When the verb is next to the verb to be is incorrect. Okay.
Basically, you can use the verb to be with would in the context of solía ser feliz. Porque solía ser feliz no es una cosa que nosotros hacíamos repetitivamente cuando estábamos solteros, digamos. Porque uno no puede ser feliz todo el tiempo. Doesn't make sense, right? But I can say, when I was single, I used to be happy. When I was single, I used to be happy. Does it make sense?
Wait a minute, teacher, for right.
Teacher, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I didn't understand. What is the difference in between in will used to is the same or it's different?
Is the same, means the same, but would have more rules than used to. Let's try another stative verb. Let's delete all this. Feel. Smell. And need. And think. The stative verbs are the verbs that, if you think deeply, they don't make sense. If you do it or you express a habit with that repeatedly. Si piensan un poquito como más profundamente en estos verbos, no son verbos que nosotros podamos decir que sí o sí repetíamos. Son verbos como rotativos. No, perdón, al contrario, son verbos que no pueden ser rotativos, no pueden tener un proceso continuo. Cuando yo uso would plus infinitive, I am saying that in the past, I did a repetitive action. Sí o sí, a repetitive action. That's why I cannot use would with verbs like feel. For example, when, let's change the structure. I would feel sad. When I was at school. That is not correct. Why? Because even if you feel sad, that's not a repetitive action. No se va a sentir así triste cada minuto, cada segundo, todos los días.
They should use in this case used to.
Yes, used to. Used to, you can use it with all the verbs. But the difference is that with would, we have specific rules. Would is more polite.
Polite. What do you mean polite? Excuse me.
Polite, formal.
Okay, thank you.
I would smell. Let's change the subject. The city would smell like paradise. Many years ago. La ciudad solía oler como un paraíso muchos años atrás. No puede ser posible porque un olor no permanece. Stative verbs son verbos que permanecen. Por eso no puede ser que oler sea una acción repetitiva, porque un olor no es permanente. You see that? Let's go to our presentation. And I will give you some advices here. What is the most important is that you can know that would exist. But most of the time, what is the expression that you will use all the time? Used to. Because used to is casual. It means that you can use it in formal and informal conversations. And you can use it with all the verbs. But don't forget that would exists. So I need to teach you would because you need to know about the existence of would. But most of the time, don't worry if you will think, oh, do I need to use used to or would? No, no, no. You will use used to all the time to express past habits or when you are telling a story, right? Solía, used to is the most common expression, but you will find would. And how you are going to know that is the same that solía? Because of the context. When I was a student, see this example, when I was a student, I would read books in the library every Friday. ¿Ven? Tengo que ser bien específico con would. Con used to, no. I used to have long hair, but it's been short for years. That's the main difference. You will know that would means solía because the context will tell you that the subject is telling a story about its own life, a personal experience, etc. Is that clear? More questions? Eduardo.
Okay, teacher, the word, I will read books is en Spanish, solía leer. Pero yo conocía que se podría decir como yo leía, o muchas veces decían como would like, me gustaría, would read, leería, it's in the future.
Careful
When,
with that.
Mhm.
Careful with that. Because solía leer libros es la traducción más exacta para would read. Leía libros es pasado. Lo que pasa es que en español nosotros entendemos como un verbo, no importa el tiempo que nos digan, y en otros idiomas también. Lo entendemos como... Lo entendemos, pero no tiene necesariamente es gramaticalmente correcto. If you say, cuando era un estudiante yo leía libros en la librería cada viernes. Yo entiendo, pero la traducción más exacta es solía leer. Es como decir lo mismo, pero con otras palabras. Al final, ¿no? And at the end, nosotros acomodamos el inglés como nosotros lo entendamos mejor, pero siempre tomando en cuenta que hay una traducción que va a ser más exacta que el contexto. Pero cuidado con confundirlo con el condicional o con would like, porque son temas totalmente diferentes, contextos totalmente diferentes cuando hablo de would read books as a habit, as a past action. Y cuando uso would con condicional es como I would read books if you give me one in my birthday. Yo leería libros si me diera uno en mi cumpleaños. Eso ya es otro contexto. ¿Make sense? ¿Tiene sentido?
Yes, thank you, teacher.
All right.